Welcome. Follow me today as I do another crossover between Marvel Champions and X-Men number 25, published in 1993. Part of this crossover stuff I'm doing, I kind of like to bring it home and, hey, where did the Marvel Champions game come from? A lot of good events have occurred in the comic books. And today we're going to highlight Logan versus Magneto in the epic climax of the Fatal Attractions saga. This particular chapter is titled Dreams Fade. It was originally published in 1993. I think it was chapter 4 of the whole story. Writer was Fabian Nicienza. The penciler was Adam Kubert. And the premise is the previous chapter 3 episode or issue had Colossus switch sides. Going from the peaceful ideology of Xavier coexistence with mutants and humans to more the militaristic style of Magneto, where peace through tyranny. Well, Magneto had issued, or I'm sorry, had produced an electromagnetic pulse that left the Earth's technology in utter disarray. Xavier felt like he was responsible for Magneto's recent escapades, and so he sent a crack team of Jean Grey, Quicksilver, Wolverine, Rogue, and I'm missing one, I believe. Anyway, he sent them all to this Magneto space station called Avalon, not asteroid M as indicated in the scenario. Um, they sent him up there with the purpose of implanting a computer virus to bring down the station and just get rid of Magneto's whole sadistic plan. Um, Through the course of it, there's the big fight. Logan, Wolverine, um, pretty much guts Magneto. And in response, Magneto rips out his adamantium and leaving him a husk. Uh, in response, Xavier does a mind wipe on Magneto and leaves him in a comatose state. I believe Exodus, one of his acolytes, gets him out of there safely. Meanwhile, they escort, the X-Men take the shattered Wolverine back down to Earth, and it's a big, beautiful follow-up issue to that where their ship is in flames and crashing, and Jean Grey nearly gets sucked out the cargo door. Beautiful. Um, the the aftermath of all this is, there's a long road of recovery for Wolverine. Turns out the adamantium was keeping his evolution in check. It kept him from going into a feral state. However, on the plus side, it put his healing factor on near Deadpool levels where he could just instantly heal from any injury. The Magneto getting mind wiped. Well, Xavier's mind and Magneto's mind touching eventually caused a whole new supervillain called Onslaught. That I believe that event lasted a good long time. There was a big build up to it. It eventually culminated in a 1996 revival of the Marvel Universe called Heroes Reborn, where the core groups like Avengers and Fantastic Four were shuffled off into a pocket universe by Ben Franklin, Reed Richards' son. By the way, that if you haven't checked that out, go ahead. I think it's one of the little lesser known uh, um, events of the Marvel Universe because, hey, Rob Liefeld actually did draw Captain America, and it's probably one of my favorite versions of Captain America. But anyway, here we are. On the table, we've got Magneto uh, doing his thing. We have it set up. We have the encounter deck as just the Magneto set, the standard, okay, with Wolverine's obligation. Now the acolytes are all through it. However, Exodus was limited in the issue. Didn't show up very much, so I didn't include his encounter set. We're going to go ahead and shuffle this up real quick. give it a little shuffle, shuffle. Um, we have boarding party out. I'll put the I'll put the thread on it in a second. Dealing with space constraints here, so please bear with me. Um, so yeah, so the key is after Magneto attacks, you put a magnetic counter on the main scheme, and eventually, if you get three or more, you have to cycle through until you find a magnetic card. Either attach it to Magneto or do what it says on the text box. So, yeah. Okay, for Logan, we got his standard deck of cards. No sense going through them, but I will. So that's his allies. So we got, the lunging strike, I get better, adamantium skeleton, track by scent, slice and dice, track by scent, all the good stuff. Um, he's set up with Wolverine's claws. You can exhaust Wolverine's claws, spend some health, and do an attack event. Um, fun, fun. It can get you in trouble. When testing this out, Magneto one shot me on the backswing. Like first round. I'd never had that happen. So, other than Ronan. So, his allies, we have Jubilee, we have Gambit as part of the team. We have Triage. I'll explain why in a second. Colossus, even though he had switched sides, hey, he was there. Professor X, he was a founder of the X-Men and he assembled this team. Rogue, Polaris to fill in for Jean Grey. There was no protection. There's no protection or basic aspect for Jean Grey, so I had to pick someone else. Uh, Back to Triage. She's just included because hey, I want to keep his health up, and you get to heal 2 damage when you bring her in. So for resources, we got the usual suspects plus power of protection, and the power in all of us. Protection cards. Whoops. Protection cards. We have disarming defense. Come get me, bub. And 2 momentum shifts, defensive conditioning, and an armored vest. The armored vest was a late add. I think he needed more defense than what he has. Um, Basic cards, we've got Utopia. This was good for ready an X-Men character because that's all I did was put X-Men allies in there. The X-Jet is another resource generator. Honorary X-Men to give Wolverine another +1 hit point, and Endurance to give him +3. So we'll give this a little shuffle, and we'll get the thread out on the board. Part of the setup for Asteroid M, or for the main scheme, is we put the boarding party side scheme out. Okay. And the cute thing about the side schemes is it limits how much damage Magneto can sustain or take in that phase. So the boarding party already, he's limited by 6. So he can't go below 12 in his first form. So we'll see what happens. Okay, gonna cut the deck. All right, our board's all set up. We're going to draw up to our hand size of 6. 6, and we'll see what we got. We got a power protection. We've got a disarming defense. We have an adamantium skeleton. We have a momentum shift, 2 momentum shifts, and regenerative healing. All right. I want to keep disarming defense. Adamantium skeleton gives me piercing all around. Momentum shift, not bad. Yeah, regenerative healing, I don't need yet. Alright, so I don't need that. Really don't want to do momentum shift. So Hate to say I get rid of both of them because I will only have 2 copies, so I won't see them for a full cycle. But I'll draw 3 cards, one strike, double, and another double. Okay, here we go. Alright, I'm going to move my hit point doll over to here so I can remind myself to heal for 2. And flip up. Going to pay a double. I'm going to pay a double to put down my skeleton. Skeleton gives me +4 hit points, and +1 attack. And I gain piercing. I don't have a piercing token, but I did make this little handy dandy one for Hawkeye, which is just arrows. Arrows pierce, right? Okay. Down up to 4 hit points. We're going to. I'm going to take 2 off of that. I really don't want to waste the damage, but then again, hmm, let's just do it. So I'm going to pay for it hard resources instead of using paying for my hit points. Let's keep our hit points up. So he's going to deal 8 damage to an enemy if exhausted Wolverine's claws, but does not worry about overkill. I have piercing already, so I can only take it down to 6. So I'm down to Magneto is down to 14. Okay, so that's maxed. That's maxed on his damage. We'll have to figure out a way to get rid of that later. Stuff is gone. Ready up. Roll up to my hand size of 5 now, keeping disarming defense. Well, we got a slice and dice. We got an armored vest. We have an endurance, and we got the power on all of us. Right. Okay. This goes up by 1. Okay. This goes up by 1. Magneto's attacking for 2. I'm just going to take it. 2. No boost icons. 2, 3, 4. Down to 10. Magnet counter goes on the main scheme. Okay. 1 counter card. We have a surge. When revealed, defeat a sentinel. We don't have it, so it fizzles. And now we have the sentinel with a guard. Right. Over to me. Guard. I've got to kill him first. Makes me wish I kind of saved that lunging strike. Um. All right. I heal for 2. Still gonna hold on to disarming defense. I have the slice and dice. I have that. All right. Let's get rid of our endurance to put down armored vest. Or you know what? Yeah, let's get rid of the power protect or the power on all of us. To pay for the armor vest, we're going to keep the endurance. Okay, and that raises our defense by 1. So now we are a 2-3-3 stat line. All right, much better than what it usually is. I'm gonna Pay with some life. Actually, no, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna remove threat here. Bring that down. Flip it to the other side. Excuse me. We've now increased his sustained damage to 12. So we can get him down to 6 once we clear Mr. Sentinel out. Alright. So we're going to exhaust our claws. Pay 3 hit points. Down to 9. And deal 3 damage to the Sentinel. Deal 3 more. To get rid of him. Okay. Guard's gone. Fly some dice. Looking at everything else. Oh, when defeated. When defeated, give Magneto a tough status card. Not that it matters. Okay, we're going to ready everything up again. We're keeping disarming defense and endurance. I'm going to draw up to our max hand size of 5, Professor X, Logan's Cabin, and a lunging strike. All right. This goes up by 1. Attacking for 2. I'm going to defend. So I have a 3 defense. He's attacking for 2, no boost. 2, 3, 4. I take 1 point of damage. This goes up by 1. Counter card. Got to surge again. Defeat a Sentinel minion in play. Well, fizzles. Goes up here. Huh. Boy, that seemed totally familiar. Guard comes back. Got to put 3 chip here. What do we got? We got a Professor X. We got a Logan's Cabin and a lunging strike. I heal up for 2. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna dump Logan's Cabin. Put an endurance out. And endurance gives me 3 hit points. So that's 6 on that one and a 1. So 3 hit points. Good to go. Hate to waste my lunging strike because the piercing only goes through here. Will account for him. The piercing will then, the overkill doesn't take the tough off. Or it will take the tough off, but it won't go through. I believe that is the wording on it. So, paying for 3. 1, 2, 3. Deal 8 damage. Remove this. 3 would go over, knock the tough off. But when he's defeated, you add a tough back. I'm playing the bad way, guys. Playing the bad way. Or, worse outcome. All right. I have Professor X and Disarming Defense. Okay, that's all I can do for right now. Gonna go up to my max hand size of 5. I got better. Track by scent. And a double. Goes up by 1. Magneto attacks for 2. Here, I'm gonna defend, I believe. 2. No boost. 2, 3, 4. My obligation goes away. So I take a 1 hit point of damage down to 9. Alright, this goes up by 1. Alright, when 3 magnetic counters here, we do a check. And we discard cards from the encounter deck until a magnetic counter is revealed. Reveal it. And then we do the things, and then we take the magnetic counters off. So, okay, we got a magnetic counter with a crisis icon. 2. When revealed, place 2 additional threat here for each ally in play. No allies in play, so I got awful lucky. Now we go back here, remove 3 magnetic counters. Counter card. Oh, look at that. When revealed, each player places top 6 cards of their deck here, face down. So I'm not even gonna look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Not even gonna look. Although I've seen some people look and see what they lost, but no. Nope, not gonna do it. Acceleration icon and 3. Right. Okay, a track by scent would be real good. And first I'm gonna heal to 11. Okay, gonna use a double. Yeah, let's do a double. Play track by scent, remove 3 thwart. If this removes the last threat from the scheme, draw 2 cards. Gonna get rid of seized. When defeated, Magneto activates against player defeated a scheme, so he's coming at me. 2. I'm exhausted. I gotta take it to the face. 2, 3, 4. Woo! Heavy hit. Down to 7. These cards go to my discard pile. Acceleration token removed. And I draw 2 cards. Got a gambit. Got regenerative healing. Once again, I'm gonna keep that. And I am gonna play Professor X. Discarding a regenerative healing, gambit, and I got better. He comes into play. I can stun or confuse a villain. He's got steady, so it's not going to work. So he just comes in and does nothing. Oh no, I can ready an X-Men character, so I'll definitely do that for sure. So he comes in. He's going to work for 3. Um, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the master. Okay. Okay, when defeated, reveal a set-aside orbital side scheme. There we go. So now, Magneto can take up to 18 points of damage. I'm going to thwart 2. Get rid of this. Get rid of the crisis icon. Go. And I'm still keeping disarming defense. Ready up. Draw to my max hand size. Berserker Barrage. Good. Honorary X-Men. Slice and Dice. And another Berserker Barrage. Good. Good, good. Okay. Going back here, this pops. We go to 2A. When revealed, place 1 magnet counter here. Oh, it should be 2 because I think I remember. Yep, he attacked during that turn. So 2. Master Mold of Sabotage Master Mold is not in the victory display. The first player searches the encounter card. Well, he is in the victory display. After you place the magnet counter here, same as the others. Put that down here, gets one threat. Magneto is going to attack. Professor X is going to defend. So 2, no boost icons. 2. Oh, a ton. 4. So he was swinging for 6. Out goes Professor X. Magnet counter goes up. Game does a check. There's 3 counter there. We keep discarding until we get a magnetic card. We got wrapped in metal, attached to my identity. Max 1 per identity. Attached identity cannot thwart, attack, or defend. I have to exhaust my identity, spend a physical to discard this card. So that's checked. We go back here, remove the 3 magnetic counters. Counter card. Attached to Magneto. Magneto cannot be stunned. Hero response. After your hero makes a basic attack against Magneto, spend 3 resources, discard this card. Okay, well, that might have to stay around a little bit. And he gets +1 attack. Gotta remember that one. Right. Back to me. Slice and Dice, Berserker Barrage. Deal 4 damage to enemy. Got 2 of them. Still keeping that disarming defense. Save it for next time. Gonna play Honorary X-Men. Gives me... Whoop, gotta heal. Thinking of HP. Gotta heal for 2. Gonna play Honorary X-Men. I get +1 hit point if I'm an X-Men character. So I'm up to +8. Taking me to 10. Alright. So I got a Slice and Dice and Berserker Barrage. Slice and Dice is probably more for my money. That's right. We're gonna pay for it with our blood. Pay 3, go down to 7. Alright. Oh, 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 oh. Do I have 3 resources? No, I do not. Oh, no, I do not. Okay, so I am stuck. I can't do anything. Can I thwart, attack, or defend? And every single one of them are attacks. Okay. Alright. Gonna have to... I'm gonna get rid of 1 Berserker Barrage just to keep the variety of cards in play. Because I do need 2 more. I need a wild or need a wild and a mental, or a mental. So okay, everything's good. We're stuck. We're gonna draw up our max hand size of 5. There's a wild, and there's another wild, but I'll probably use Jubilee as a meat shield. Okay, Factory Online goes up by 1. Magneto attacks for 2, 3. 3. I'm going to defend. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Swinging for 6. I take 3 down to 7. Okay, this goes up by 1. And the encounter card. When revealed, take the topmost magnetic counter card in the encounter discard pile and give it to Magneto as a face down boost card. Magneto activates against you. Oh, oh, yep. Guess what, guys? I'm dead. I will be dead. Because I can't defend. So that means my disarming defense won't come into play. I don't have a meat shield, so 2, 3, boost card, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oof, and nothing. So he knocked me out of the park.
0 and -1. And there you have it. So yeah, so with this game, it was very fast, and when I play tested it, yeah, this is pretty much what happened. Um, I did screw up here because I did have my physical resource. I could have paid for it and could have took some damage off, but the cards still would have fallen where they did. This hurt. I think me giving up, I got better very early. I think that was a mistake, but I really needed the resource, I believe, at the time. Uh, but yeah, so in this case, the we did not change history. Magneto rips the metal out of Wolverine, begins a long road of recovery, and Professor X comes back and puts him in a coma, and just sets him up for future events of the Marvel Universe. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, please like and subscribe, and see y'all next time. Thank you.